Zowie just took my favorite gaming mouse, the Zowie S1-C, and made it slightly better. Now, I've already made a full review of the S1-C, so in this video, I'm just going to revisit some of the main talking points and talk about what's changed in this updated version. If you want to know my full thoughts, then after watching this video, I'll have my original video linked in the description. The S1 shape has been a personal favorite of mine for quite some time, and it's had quite the history of getting slow and gradual improvements. When it first came out, it was only available in an annoying glossy coating, and it had a pretty horrible rubber cable. Eventually, that led to getting a matte version, and then later down the road, we got what is now the S1-C, which is what I'm using now, a lightweight version that has a paracord cable. So when I heard that Zowie updated the S1-C, I was immediately curious what they possibly could have improved on without just making it lighter or wireless. But as it turns out, some people were having connectivity issues, and so to fix this, Zowie's upgraded the S1-C with a more reliable cable. Here you can see the difference. On the new version, the cable has a longer rubber piece coming out of the front of the mouse to reduce kinks in the cable, and the weave feels like it's been slightly tightened to make the cable a little more durable. The change in the cable isn't drastic, it's still very flexible and feels quite nice to use, but it does feel ever so slightly more stiff now. But if this means that people will no longer have connectivity issues, then I think it's a worthwhile trade. And in other news, Zowie has also recently announced their special edition V2 mice, which include the EC, the FK, and the S series mice. Each one of these will be getting new color options bundled with paracord cables and PTFE mouse gates. So for those of you that prefer the heavier weight of the non-C series mice, you can now buy them with the better cable and faster skates pre-installed. These new special edition mice aren't groundbreaking or anything, but they are cool. And for those of you wondering, they come in matte red and glossy white. But getting back to the S1-C, the updated version hasn't changed the shape one bit. It's still the great shape that we all know and love. But if you're not already familiar, then let me enlighten you. As someone with large hands, it's simply amazing because it's wide enough in the back to comfortably support the palm, but the hump placement still leaves enough space for the fingers to easily make vertical movements. Even though Zowie categorizes this mouse as a medium-sized mouse on their website, it is fairly large, and if you have hands on the smaller side, I would recommend checking out the Zowie S2-C, which also got the same updates, by the way. I don't know exactly what it is about the shape, but it just feels very natural to me, and it's also a pretty good weight for most people. 72 grams to 75 grams is not bad at all. And out of all the mice that I've tried so far, I also aim the best with the shape. If you're looking for a new mouse, it's definitely worth checking out. Really, my only gripe with this mouse is the stock skates it comes with. They're kinda slow and muddy. Of course, this does come down to personal preference, but I highly recommend getting some proper PTFE skates for it. It makes a world of difference. And also, if you're wondering what that red mousepad on my desk is, that thing is a Zowie GSR SE Rouge, Zowie's new mousepad, which I also just uploaded a review of not that long ago. So after you go watch my full review of the S1-C, make sure to check that out also.